Aramark wants to implement the use of a more eco-friendly straw, and we're also going to get another look at what Boise State is doing to prevent yet another pipeline break.
Plus, what you can look forward to at the Splatter party on Friday, along with your Bronco sports update. These stories and more are coming up next on your Boise State Newsline for the week of September 12, 2018.
Thanks for joining us on Newsline. I'm Doug Mason.
And I'm Lily Crolius. A Boise-based nonprofit organization aims to make a dent in suicide rates in our region, and they want your help to do it, as reported by Marian Fernandez. The Idaho Suicide Prevention Hotline has received a 41% increase in calls since last year. That's on top of another staggering figure. Idaho's suicide rate is 40% higher than the national average. To help better serve the needs of the community, the Idaho Suicide Prevention Hotline is in need of more volunteer crisis phone responders. Volunteers aren't required to have any specialized training, but you do have to be at least 18 years old and be able to pass a background check. The hotline's founding director, John Rooster, says he's especially interested in students who are considering a major in social work or counseling. For students who are interested in this year-long commitment, applications can be submitted on their website, idahosuicideprevention.org. They're due by September 14th, and training is provided and begins on September 27th. If you suspect that a person is suicidal or they may need assistance, you can call Idaho's Suicide Prevention Hotline and Boise State's University Health Services at the numbers on your screen.
Have you ever been to a restaurant where they give you a plastic straw even though you didn't even ask for one? How about this one? You're driving through the drive-thru and the cashier hands you straws that you will most likely throw away? Yeah, me too. This is a norm that we as a society approve of, and it's actually damaging the environment. Boise State's food service provider, Aramark, announced they are committed to reducing the single-use plastic items, which are the ever-so-popular straws, as reported by Eliza Lovenguth. Starting this month, the company's strategy is to offer eco-friendly alternatives compared to the harmful options on the market today. According to an Aramark press release, this new system has the potential to result in 60% decrease in plastic straws by 2020 in the city of Boise alone. Brian Holsworth, Aramark resident district manager, said that they are currently diminishing their plastic straws in order to replace them with straws made with sustainable material. While Aramark has their own strategy for reducing plastic straws, Holsworth said it's important to keep in mind that some of the national brands, such as Starbucks, will hopefully follow their lead in creating a more environmentally friendly beverage experience. The company also announced its new partnership with the UN Environmental Program campaign #CleanSeas to reduce single-use plastics by 2022 in order to help conserve the health of the world's oceans.
Our campus has a sinkhole problem, but hopefully not for long, as reported by Marian Fernandez. On August 5th, a main water pipeline broke near University Drive and Lincoln Avenue. That break caused flooding on nearby roads and parking lots. The damage caused by the flood formed a sinkhole in the ground. The main water pipeline broke once before on October 2nd, 2017, in front of the Honors College, which also caused the ground underneath to give out and take an entire fire truck down with it. Greg Hahn, Vice President of Communications and Marketing, says that the previous pipeline break was due to structural PVC failure due to antiquated construction practices. As a result of the recent pipeline damages, construction plans are now in place in order to prevent future floods and sinkholes on campus. Administrators from United Water met with the Facilities Management Group on campus on August 30th to plan the replacement of all plastic pipes with metal pipes. Samuel Patterson, Director of Transportation, Safety, and Parking Systems, says United Water will work around Thanksgiving break, during Christmas break, and any football games, basketball games, and concerts to complete the project as soon as possible.
All right, you guys, hold on to your seats because this one's a doozy. A messy BSU tradition continues this Friday. Yeah, I said this Friday. It's the paint-filled, music-bumping, social fun fest called Splatter Party. Gather all your friends who like to dance, drag them to the quad. It's at 9 o'clock on Friday. With a surprise musical DJ and guests, it's always a time to remember. And since it's still warm out there, let's keep the summer vibe rolling. If you're a student and do not like paying late fees, because I certainly don't, head over to the Game Center and purchase your pre-order student ticket for $5 buckaroos and a general admission for $25. A common question asked is, Doug, what happens if I forget to do all of that? That's all good. On the night of the concert, there's going to be tickets for $10 and a general admission for $25. So, have you heard enough? Students, it's time. Study up. Close the books, because this is 2018 Splatter Party, and I know you want to be involved. Lily, am I the only one as ecstatic about this?
I think I'm just as ecstatic, if not more ecstatic, than you.
It's showing. It's really, it's definitely showing.
Another great BSU tradition, Bronco football. It's back, and BTV's Cole Young has the best seat in the house for our home opener. How was it, Cole?
Well, guys, this past Saturday was more of the same for the Boise State football team. But if you happen to miss the action, don't worry, we've got you covered. Boise State taking on the Huskies of UConn on the blue for the 2018 home opener, coming off of a 56-20 win over Troy and looking to improve to 2-0. As we pick things up midway through the first quarter with Boise State up 3-0, senior QB Brett Rippon finds junior college transfer John Hightower for a 67-yard bomb, and Harsin is pumped. After Boise State forced an interception, they would need only 4 plays to find the end zone as Rippon finds John Bates, the tight end, as he chucks the defender on his way to the house. Later in the quarter, with Boise State up 17-0 already, Alexander Madison scores one of his 2 touchdowns to extend the lead to 24-0. Madison finished with 115 yards as well. Remember that guy, John Hightower? Well, he wasn't done, as he takes this reverse 55 yards as he weaves through the maze of Huskies and eventually finds the end zone. Hightower would finish with 174 all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns. Boise State takes the lead 31-0. Fast forward to the first play of the second half, and A.J. Richardson with some nifty moves and the house call for a 74-yard touchdown, catch and run from Rippon, who would finish the game 21 for 28 for 362 yards and 3 touchdowns. Broncos up 48-0. Backups in now as Andrew Van Buren finds the end zone on this 3-yard run to extend Boise State's lead to 55-7. And just for good measure, the junior Achillean Butler makes the grab and muscles his way into the end zone for a 24-yard catch and run to cap off a 62-7 victory for the Broncos. Bronco backups would outscore UConn as a whole 21-0 on the day.
It was pretty cool, just to, they always talk about just being special with the ball in your hands, and so just having an opportunity just to be in space and stuff like that, and just, make the most of it. And, you get an open field, you get kind of happy and excited, so just, getting on your horse and just making a big play.
Your thoughts?
Well, I like that. I do like the balance. And usually it's probably a couple hundred and a couple hundred if you could, in a perfect world, now you're talking about those numbers. I did, in the fourth quarter, I looked up there and I saw the numbers. It's impressive. Those guys, we had very few passes that we missed on, and we had big plays in the run game, so we were breaking tackles, kind of all the things I said. I don't know if it's about the numbers so much as it is besides the end of the game. I think we were perfect in the red zone. We had a pretty high percentage on third down.
Boise State travels to Stillwater this Saturday for a huge test against Oklahoma State. Kickoff is at 1:30 p.m. and can be seen on ESPN. Back to you guys.
That's going to be a great game, Cole. All right, well, football might be the most popular sport on campus right now, but it's most definitely not the only one. Jimena Bustillo has the story of another group of athletes who could use your support. Let's hear it.
Thanks, Doug. Boise State volleyball started this season with a 6-game win streak, breaking the school record before taking a hard loss against University of California, Davis on September 7th, as reported by Sydney Boley. The previous record for the Broncos was set in 2004, with the season-opening 5-game win streak. The team is young this year, with 7 freshmen and only 2 seniors. New talent leaves room for growth as the season progresses and the team takes on tougher opponents. Sean Garris, the head coach for the Broncos, said that it is such a different preseason than it has been in years past. The team has been a veteran team for the past 3 seasons, where they did really know what they had in returnees. This year, the team explains that they have a couple key returnees with the experience, but they have a lot of talented freshmen. Trying to get the team to mix together socially and trying to wind their goals on the court was more of a focus than on tactics. Garris has been at Boise State for 9 seasons now and has led the team to a Mountain West Championship in 2016. This qualified the Broncos for a spot at the NCAA tournament, a first in program history. Only 4 players on the current roster were a part of that championship team: Sabrin Roberts, Janelle Whaley, Cassidy Simon, and Celine Christensen. The Broncos home opener on Thursday, September 13th, is a part of the Boise State Classic, a 3-day tournament held in the Bronco Gym. 4 teams will join Boise State in this event. Number 12 ranked University of Washington, California State, University Northridge, University of Portland, and Sacramento State. The first match against the Washington Huskies will start at 7:30 p.m. Back to you.
All this talk of volleyball is really making me miss summer so far.
I know. Can't believe it's going away, but, I welcome the cold.
It is not fall yet, however, but it's starting to feel like it. Here's BTV's newest weather reporter, Sam Orozco, with your forecast.
Thanks, Lily. So on Thursday, it's going to be a high of 73 and a low of 50, partly cloudy. On Friday, it's going to be a high of 71 and a low of 46, partly cloudy. On Saturday, it's going to be a high of 79 and a low of 47, sunny. And on Sunday, it's going to be a high of 77 and a low of 48, sunny. So this is a perfect weekend to go float the river one last time. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it's going to be sunny for the rest of the week for a high of 72 and a low of 45 on Monday, a high of 71 and a low of 44 on Tuesday, and a high of 77 and a low of 47 on Wednesday. Back to you guys.
That's all we have time for today. Special thanks to our producer, Michelle Belden, and newscast director, Rachel McFarland. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lily Crolius.
And I'm Doug Mason. We'll see you next time.